Hi, this is Tristan Leader, and this is Media Experiment number 2, News Analysis. The event I'll be focusing on for this media experiment was published in the news January 17th, 2011, and it's about the leave of Steve Jobs from Apple Computers for medical reasons. And the three sources I will be focusing on are Fox News, where the article or broadcast is entitled Apple's Steve Jobs Announces Medical Leave, from the New York Times, where the article is entitled Job Takes Sick Leave at Apple Again, Stirring Questions, and from the Washington Post, where the article is entitled What We Do and Don't Need to Know About Steve Jobs' Medical Leave. The segment from Fox News that I watched was from their America's Newsroom broadcast, in which they bring on a doctor to discuss Steve Jobs' medical condition. Even with such focus, there are a few inconsistencies. At the beginning of the broadcast, the doctor states that it may have something to do with the pancreatic cancer he was treated for in 2004. By the middle of the broadcast, he's moved on to the idea that it has something to do with the liver transplant that he received in 2009. By the end of the broadcast, he says he doesn't really know what could be wrong. The New York Times focuses much more on the business angle of things. While they do discuss Jobs' health, there is much more of an emphasis placed on what that means for Apple as a company, not just for Steve Jobs. They refer to the recent releases of competitors such as the Samsung Galaxy S tablet and new Android phones, and what this means for the iPhone and the iPad, two of Apple's key flagship products. The Post runs in the middle between the two articles, discussing both the future of the company and of Steve Jobs equally. The Post does point out a few things that the others miss, such as doubting whether Jobs is coming back or not. They also proceed to mention that overseas stock prices in Apple dropped 7.6% upon this announcement. American stock markets were closed in observance of Martin Luther King's birthday. The content of these articles isn't the only thing that differs. The presentation differs as well. However, all three of these articles were found on the front page of the respective websites, as well as once you click the link, there are links to various other science and technology articles from that website on the side. The ads are really where it gets different. At Fox News, there is an ad for sandwich rolls above the video, which is odd because that has nothing to do with Apple or computers. And when you click on the video to watch, there's always a 15-second video ad about Mormon.org. This may say something about the user base that Fox is trying to reach. On the New York Times, there are ads for IBM, which is a very computer-savvy company. It's all about computers, which makes sense given the context of the article. And there's also a link down on the side for an article about Girl Talk, which is a musical group that uses remix software to kind of make music out of music that already exists, which is a very techie thing to do. The Washington Post has a little bit of a different ad thing going on. They have ads for both The Economist and for your mortgages, seeming that they're trying to reach out to an older crowd, or they expect an older crowd to be viewing their article. Again, that was Media Experiment number 2, News Analysis. I'm Tristan Leader. Thank you for watching.